position for a shot at the Cruiserweight Championship with Rick Swann blocking that attack. And now stalking Neville.
I can appreciate the intensity that Rich is coming out here. He's not dancing, he's not smiling, he's all business, as he should be, because Neville's had his number over the last couple of weeks. Neville's had Swann's number arguably for all of Swann's career. Everything that Neville said was true. Swann used to study. Neville, look at this agility.
Beautiful drop kick by Swann.
Swann used to study Neville, used to basically do anything Neville needed in Japan for the honor to learn from Neville. Well, he obviously learned well enough to be the Cruiserweight champion.
Boy, did Swann get stopped in his tracks with that ferocious forearm from Neville.
But how rarely history has seen the student defeat the teacher.
Corey, of course, you were one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions with Neville. Have you ever seen him like this?
Never, and I honestly believe that if Neville had this attitude when we were tag champs, we might still be tag team champions. You can see the pace just slowing down now. Neville's in control, and he's now, like he's been doing the last couple of weeks, going to methodically pick Rich Swann apart. Neville has always been incredibly focused in the gym, in the ring. Oh, God.
Head first into the barricade. Neville used to be called the man that gravity forgot. Remember, he said he was treated like the man the WWE Universe forgot. And he wants to make everyone pay for his frustration, Austin.
I wish you were the commentator I could forget, Morrow. Unfortunately for the entire Cruiserweight division, Rich Swann in particular, all of Neville's frustration, all of his aggression have been laser focused.
Oh my God! Manhandling the WWE Cruiserweight Champion.
We mentioned it last week. Just Neville's arrival in the Cruiserweight division changes the entire landscape. Let's take a look at this power, just brutality. One more look at Neville trying to destroy the Cruiserweight champion.
And the Swann's tailbone right into the apron.
Swann may not make it back in the ring.
He hasn't a count of 10 to do so.
I've met that ring apron here a time or two, and I can tell you, it takes a lot out of you. And if I was Rich Swann, I would just stay out there. You're not going to lose your title.
This is for an opportunity to challenge for the WWE Cruiserweight title.
Neville didn't even get all of it, but he got enough of Swann's arm to drive Rich into the floor. He just hooked that arm and
through the air. One more look here.
Listen, he may have changed. Oh, one more look at Swann being driven into
the cover. And a 2 count on Rich Swann. You know, you say that you don't want to bring too much emotion into a fight, into a match, but it seems that the emotion is fueling the fire of Neville, and he's using it to his advantage.
I don't even know if it's the it could be quite the opposite. Neville, to me, has never looked more calculated, more cold.
But there's that anger.
Yeah, you're right. It's an anger, but he's keeping it inside, and it's so focused. Neville's like a Terminator right now. The point I was trying to make earlier, Morrow, is this is a non-title match. And if I was taking the beating Rich Swann was taking as the champion, I would just go to the back. Let him fight another day.
Neville goes for the cover on Swann, gets a 2 count, and Swann really in trouble here with that lower back injury following the brutal assault by Neville.
On the other hand, Austin, you've got to admit, if you're Neville and you know that a victory here earns you a future championship opportunity, you're looking to inflict maximum damage. You want the champion.
Cover here by Neville. Gets a 2 count.
You want the champion as far from 100% as possible, no?
Absolutely.
I mean, honestly, Neville's been inflicting max damage for the course of a couple of weeks now. Here tonight, he needs to get that victory to get that #1 contendership and to get that title shot.
Neville does need to be wary not to get himself disqualified. Press. As Neville looking to eviscerate the Cruiserweight champion with a series of elbow strikes, now just slowing things down. Rear chin lock being employed by the king of the Cruiserweights, as he calls himself, Neville. But he won't truly be king, Austin, until he becomes WWE Cruiserweight champion.
Neville focusing all of his weight on the neck and lower back. The knee of Neville in the spine, possibly injured against the ring apron. I mean, honestly, Morrow, he's not going to be the king
by Neville
until he gets his name chanted every week like I've been here on 205 Live. And I do appreciate it, people, but let's watch the men in the ring.
And really doing a number on Swann's neck.
And he's smart. Listen, he's got the strength advantage on Rich. He's got the experience advantage. He's controlling the pace right now. He's dictating it.
Swann attempting to pry at the fingers of Neville to create a little bit of space. Trying to kick his legs out.
What are the most formidable ingredients that Neville brings to 205 Live, Corey?
Neville arguably is the strongest competitor in 205 Live. He all around possibly the best competitor.
Cameron hero there, the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Neville, and he's really doing a number on the back. Shooting star press, a standing shooting star press across the back. Cover.
And really the first flashy move Neville's busted out here tonight because he hasn't needed it so far. He's just been grinding Rich down with his strength.
Spiking a flash look at that standing shooting star press. And what impact, Corey, across the back of Swann.
Neville's highly muscled frame driven right into the lower back of Swann, inflicting a ton of punishment.
Very methodical, cold and calculating, and Neville eyeing his prey, going all the way to the top turnbuckle. Swann struggling to get back up to his feet.
Oh my goodness, Neville almost putting his feet through the chest of the champion.
And he covers the chest and gets a 2 count. I don't know how Swann was able to escape following that powerful drop kick from the top turnbuckle.
Swann's got to be running on instinct alone right now. You can see it on his face just how much pain the Cruiserweight champion's in.
And I can tell you from experience, when your lower back is bothering you, when it's hurt, like you can tell Rich's is, it's hard to just get to your feet, much less start running or jumping off the ropes or doing all the aerial moves that makes Rich Swann so great.
It's a source of your power, the foundation.
Neville just stalking Swann.
I think there's one thing we've learned about Rich Swann at this point, is he's got the biggest heart in the 205 Live roster. So, you know, Neville wants to put him away. He better not mess around, better just do it.
Oh, and here he is on his feet. Series of strikes to Neville. Back first into the turnbuckle. With a back elbow greets Swann on the way in. Oh, wow! What a hurricane right out of the corner by the athletic Rich Swann.
Adrenaline can make your body do crazy things. Swann able to muster up enough power, enough height to execute and counter, stop Neville from maybe ending this match altogether. What a maneuver.
Springs in his legs, Austin.
But Swann did do some damage to his own back in the process of that maneuver.
So impressive he could even bust that off.
Oh! Back kick to the face of Neville. Swann all the way to the second turnbuckle. Phoenix splash out of the corner, wipes out the so-called king of the cruiserweights.
Rich Swann is pulling out all of the stops. And he's going to need to if he wants any chance of surviving Neville tonight. Look at this maneuver. Incredible, crashing down under the king.
It's one thing to deliver a Phoenix splash in the ring. What about the risk, Austin, of doing it to the floor outside?
Rich has no point, no choice at this point, Marlo.
High risk, high reward in that circumstance for Swann, but stand up! Oh. Yeah.
There's no way.
Whoa.
Jackknife cover, and Neville able to power out.
I cannot believe that Rich Swann's lower back held up enough to lift the significantly larger Neville.
Last month, Swann defeated Brian Kendrick on the premiere episode of 205 Live to become WWE Cruiserweight Champion. But there is a new foil in town in the form of Neville, who shocked everyone at Roadblock End of the Line with his return attacking both Swann and TJ Perkins, who he faced on Raw last night, Corey.
Yeah, but you know Rich Swann would love nothing more than to stop the King's ascent to his throne.
Oh! He was unable to block that kick from Neville.
Come on, Neville, let's go. Back in the ring.
A hard-hitting cruiserweight affair here on 205 Live.
Swann may be out. Just because he's walking upright doesn't mean he realizes where he is. But Neville knows exactly where the Cruiserweight champion is.
We know that Neville has yet to empty his fusillade. Comes off the ropes. Oh! Into the super.
He's out on his feet.
And he calls this a fantastic voyage. Was a bad trip for Neville.
Neville kicked out. After being driven to the mat by the Cruiserweight champion, Rich Swann, with the, what'd you call it, the fantastic voyage?
Fantastic voyage.
You can call it whatever you want.
It's painful for Neville.
Except for the end. Let's take another look at this fantastic voyage. Leg hooked by Swann,
Just thrashing.
Neville down to the mat. But the king of the cruiserweights will, just too much for the champion tonight.
And you can see the toll that this match is taking on both 205 Live superstars, WWE Cruiserweight Champion Rich Swann and Neville.
This is the most anybody's taken out Neville since he reemerged here on 205 Live. Rich Swann proving why he is the champion right now.
And Corey, of course, you were there at Raw last night when Swann accepted Neville's challenge. Oh, ambushed him, and he just blasted him in the face with a boot.
I barely remember Raw last night. I guarantee you right now, Rich Swann doesn't even remember his own name. Here we go, gentlemen.
Neville begins the climb. Oh! Corkscrew moonsault misses!
The kick didn't miss, that's it.
But that kick didn't! Oh, Neville just escaped!
Okay.
Wow.
That's the crazy.
The high-risk attempt of Neville. Watch this. Twisting 450 splash. Nobody home, but a kick right on the ear of Neville. I thought for sure Swann was walking out of here victorious, but Neville has other designs.
Will any of these two competitors be able to walk out of here after
It's
this
gotta be Neville at this point.
contentious affair?
Good point, Morrow. They need a pair of ambulances. These two may destroy one another.
Rich Swann. And Austin, is this smart strategy? We've seen it from Neville, now Swann again, to climb up to the turnbuckles at this stage of the game with so much toll on the bodies.
Well, I think you just answered the question right there.
Swann taking
Got
a
caught.
little too long.
I think there's still
But you
no
can't
process of
deviate from
trying
what
to get
your
him
game
over
plan
since
is.
he's
And that's what Rich
so-
Swann does well. He can't get too far away.
Yeah, but Austin, what happens when an
That's fine.
opponent kicks out of everything in your game plan, in your arsenal? You have to call an audible. You have to call something.
You got to keep going, or what I would do is put my thumb in his eye.
Oh! Well, instead, it's Rich Swann trying to put some knots on the forehead of Neville with those right hands.
He's got him down now. Can he capitalize? He's still moving slow. That lower back is really bothering him.
Knees.
With the WWE Universe beginning to pulse for Rich Swann.
I'm guessing knees.
The champ's starting to feel it.
Neville in a supine position on the canvas. Swann all over. Oh, Neville! Oh.
Again,
Well, it was
Swann
something.
took just a second too long. The early injuries catching up to the champion. And oh!
The man from Charm City just had his Lucky Charms bruised by Neville, and Neville, he's all the way to the top
There's a little
now.
bit of those.
Oh, God only knows what Neville's got in mind, what Neville's capable of.
Look at the balance.
Suplex by Neville.
That is it.
Wow!
Got him.
And Neville just
That's
made the
one way to
WWE Cruiserweight Champion. What a statement by Neville, who puts himself, as we talked about, guys, in pole position now.
But I
for
still haven't been
opportunity
there
at
with
the
the
title.
Absolutely. But you know what? Rich Swann made him work for it. That's the most I've seen anyone take out of Neville since he came back here.
You're right, but Neville walked into 205 Live, into the Cruiserweight division, and called his shot. And so far, nobody, including the champion, could stop the king.
A sublime superplex results
Just
in
feels
a
very
major
average
victory
to me.
for Neville.
Look at the impact. They're 10, 12 feet in the air.
But at
Neville
least it wasn't a
driving the
perfect
champion
display.
down. And the lower back injury from earlier definitely coming into play. Swann not knowing where he's at.
Or whatever.
Well, Neville is one step closer.
Wait. Just wait, Morrow. I don't think Neville's finished yet.
Cool. Yeah, come on.
Neville seething like a man possessed.
You're right, Corey. He continues to brutally assault the
and
WWE
the
champion.
match is over. Neville made his statement. Now Neville just wants to destroy Swann. My God.
Again, targeting the back with that released German suplex. Oh, jeez. Looking to kick Rich Swann's head off his shoulders.
Even I'm going to say that's uncalled for. He made his point. He won the match.
Something to come with that?
And again,
This is personal. This is deep.
But Neville doesn't want to cross the line to the point that he doesn't get an opportunity at becoming WWE Cruiserweight Champion.
his officials better be careful because, well, Neville might just go through them too. I don't think he cares right now.
But you make a good point, Morrow. Neville wants to be careful. He doesn't end up getting himself suspended or worse. The match is over. The statement was made. And Neville making one simple demand. Bring me my crown.
He calls himself the king of the Cruiserweights, Neville.
Long live the...
Here tonight, Neville destroying the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Rich Swann, now 205 live. My crown! Shut up!
That's right. Oh, that's good stuff. Good main event. Good main event. They've really found their footing. I still don't think they need the matches on Raw, but they're gonna do what they're gonna do.